So, Moon Knight is sick. At least the first 4 episodes are. I got the screeners, and today I'm allowed to talk about it, so I'm going to. This will be spoiler free, don't worry. I'll just give you my impressions of the first 2/3 of the series. The episodes are nice and long, the shortest being 45 minutes and the longest coming in at 51. They're well paced and exciting, and they've been keeping me guessing so far. It definitely feels like a Marvel show on Disney+, but it's also equal parts psychological thriller and Indiana Jones style adventure, which I was not expecting. I should probably tell you where my level of Moon Knight fandom is at, and it's low. I know nearly nothing about this character. I'm a pretty casual fan of the MCU, and by that I mean I love it, but I'm pretty unfamiliar with the source material, so I don't have the knowledge base to be watching the series and then compare it back to the comics. With that in mind, I think this has been my favorite Disney Plus Marvel series so far. I've been excited for Moon Knight specifically because I know so little about the character. It's the same reason I'm very excited for the Star Wars series The Acolyte. I have no idea what that's going to be about, and the unknown element, the idea that I'll get to experience something brand new along with the rest of the fandom is a great feeling. Watching Moon Knight reminds me of watching the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, or Blade, or other superhero movies from the late 90s and early 2000s. It very much stands alone. It fits into the MCU, but it isn't dependent on it to tell a good story. Of course, that could very well change in the last 2 episodes. Hawkeye brought in Kingpin at the end of the second to last episode. The Book of Boba Fett had Cad Bane right at the end. So part of me is still kind of expecting to see some familiar faces appear, but right now I hope they don't. I have enjoyed getting to know the new characters on their own, and I don't feel the need to connect them into the larger MCU story right away. And let's talk about those characters. Oscar Isaac is awesome in this show. The unfolding dynamic between Stephen Grant and Mark Spector is so much fun to watch. The first episode has a great action scene, mostly from mild-mannered Stephen's perspective, where he just sees the aftermath of what his alter ego has done. Then that idea is flipped on its head in episode 3. It's cool seeing the two of them get to know one another and realize they need each other to succeed. It reminds me of Turning Red a bit, in that I think this series will at least partially be about learning to accept all the parts of your personality instead of burying pieces of who you truly are. I think showing the audience this world through Stephen's eyes first was a good move. He's much more relatable, and it's great fun learning what's going on alongside him. He and the audience are both basically in the dark, but watching Oscar Isaac swap between personalities is super impressive to see. Layla, Mark and Stephen's ally, is great. There are levels to her history with not only Mark, but also Moon Knight. The same way we get to slowly learn about the superhero through Stephen, we get to peel back another layer to Layla in every episode. May Calamawy plays her as tough and capable, but still endearing. She is very easy to root for. On the opposite side of the spectrum, Ethan Hawke's villain, Arthur Harrow, is very compelling. The MCU has often been criticized for its villains, and that's become less and less of a problem in phases 3 and 4 in my opinion, and Harrow thankfully continues that trend. He fully believes in his mission, he believes he is on the right side of history. There's a great scene between him and Stephen where he gets to very clearly spell out his characters once, and it seems like he's got the verbal and mental upper hand, but I loved seeing how Stephen combats it all, again completely verbally, to wind up on the moral high ground. Going into Moon Knight, I was curious about why Marvel chose to introduce a brand new character in a series rather than a movie, but now that I've started watching it, I think it's absolutely the correct decision. I think this is a bit of an experiment just to see if audiences will respond to a lesser-known character on the small screen, but giving him 6 nice, long episodes seems perfect, because it is a complicated story, and I feel like we're getting enough time to explore everything going into it. The multiple personalities, the supporting cast, the villains, the stakes, and all the Egyptian history. I wasn't expecting to dive so deeply into ancient Egypt and its mythology, but it's been great. If you know me, you know I love Indiana Jones, and that's certainly playing into my love for these first 4 episodes. I love a good globe-trotting, treasure-hunting race against a rival. I've had so much fun with Moon Knight so far, I'm borderline upset I got the screeners, which was a complete surprise, by the way, because now I have to wait 4 weeks to see how it all ends. But I'm also excited to watch them all again. Every episode left me wanting more, and I think I'm more anxious to finish this story strictly because we're not following a known character. I've enjoyed all the Disney Plus Marvel series, but there's something about discovering a brand new hero in this way that I find to be a different and more exciting kind of fun. But that's what I thought of Moon Knight. I look forward to some great discussions in the coming weeks from people far more knowledgeable about the source material than I am. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for occasional content like this. And I'd be surprised if you're watching this and you don't know about our main channel, Star Wars Explained, where we talk about Star Wars every day, but subscribe to us over there too. And since I don't know how to sign off a video any other way, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.